Go ahead and either lay down or sit up nice and straight and tall. We're looking for that straight spine. Close down your eyes. Bring awareness to the breath. Bring awareness to your consciousness. To your life. Breathe into the heart space. In 360 degrees. You're breathing into the space in between each rib, into the muscles, cartilage, breathing into the bones, breathe in 360 degrees into the torso, into the abdomen. Filling fully your core. Breathing in divine source energy. Breathing out tension, both physical and mental. Fully arriving in your body. Completely fill your pelvis with the breath. Breathing into the ligaments, into the organs. And then sending that breath down the legs, out the bottoms of the feet. Releasing 2% more. The tension. Becoming one with the breath. That's all you are. 10% more. Just you and your breath. You are traveling through a dark tunnel now that might extend through space or time, or both. The tunnel interior is smooth and featureless. You slip along effortlessly. You may be sliding, or you may be on some kind of vehicle. The tunnel ends abruptly. You emerge from darkness into light. Before you lies a vast plain flooded with sunlight. Green crops are growing in patches. You can see tiny figures of people tending their gardens in the distance. The sky is blue and clear. Before you, surrounded by feathery trees, a huge building rises from the plain. It is bigger than any building you've ever seen. It rises up in 7 terraces like a mountain. It is made of yellowish stone that reflects the sun. You can see no windows. Your feet are set on the pavement of a broad avenue leading towards this building through an aisle of colossal stone figures. You begin to walk toward the building, looking at the figures as you pass them. Some seem to be animals. Others look almost human. They have wide spreading wings, hooves, horns, snake-like tails, mighty shoulders, and great fanged mouths. The figures seem sentient and watchful. You reach the end of the great avenue and climb a long flight of broad steps up to the high entranceway of the building. It is very tiring. Your legs are weary when you come at last to a wide porch. Its roof supported by 60-foot pillars, 6 feet in diameter, made of a sparkling green stone. The ceiling of the porch is inlaid with brilliantly colored tiles, set in strange patterns. At the center of the porch, there is an enormous bronze door, intricately carved. It is closed. You approach the door. There is no handle, but a large central knob is located far above your head. You wonder if this place was built for giants. You reach up as far as you can and knock on the metal. Without a sound, the door swings inward. You look in at a broad courtyard, open to the sky in the center, roofed around all sides with aisles of pillars and archways. In the middle stands a beautiful snow-white marble fountain, tossing up complex fans of clear water into the sunlight to make sheets of rainbow-colored vapor. Fantastic fish, horses, mermaids, and other figures decorate the basin, carved with a bright yellow metal like gold. Their eyes seem to be made of gems, like the figures of the great avenue. They look somehow alive. You can see no exit from the courtyard except another door across from the first. You walk around the fountain toward the second floor. The ground is paved with red stones that glitter as if with a million tiny flakes of mica. The corners of the courtyard are filled with exotic plants and black enamel pots with huge showy flowers, none of which look familiar. Otherwise, the place is empty. You find the second door standing open. Beyond it, a long, straight arched corridor stretches away into a mist. Flaring torches are set in sconces along the walls, providing a glow of firelight. You set off down the corridor. The ceiling is so high that you cannot see it at all. Above the level of torchlight, there is only darkness. As you enter the mist at the end of the corridor, the walls slope away, and you are in a darkness that seems like outdoor night. High overhead, stars are glittering. Then the mist thins, and you see that the stars are a clever illusion. A vast ceiling, more than 100 feet above you, is pierced with tiny holes that let in sparks of sunlight. The holes are arranged to imitate the constellations. A low arched doorway on the other end of this huge room is shining with a brighter light. You approach this doorway and peek through. Beyond lies another lofty hall, illuminated by one single beam of sunlight falling from a round opening in the roof. The beam falls directly on a raised throne in the center of the hall. A blocky chair of silvery metal set with purple velvet cushions atop a high dais with 13 green marble steps. On the throne sits a woman. She is so still that at first you think she is a statue. Then you see her lively eyes watching you. She rises. You look up at her in wonder. She is tall and straight in body, but she seems very old. Her long hair is silver white and fine as a thistledown. Her face is deeply wrinkled. Only the eyes look clear and keen. She wears a plain black robe hanging straight from her shoulders to her feet. She wears one jewel on a chain around her neck, a large blood-red star ruby flashing its 6 silver arms. She comes down the 13 steps and warmly seizes both of your hands. She smiles. "I have been waiting for you," she says. "I am the lady, your priestess. I will show you the way." You didn't know there was a way, but you are not surprised to hear it. Somehow it sounds right. The priestess leads you by your left hand to the far end of the hall. She lifts a trapdoor in the floor and shows you a flight of steps leading down into the darkness. There is a place of incubation where you will prepare for your rebirth, she says. The steps lead to the center core of our mother country. Only certain chosen ones may rest there. You have been chosen. Take this. She hands you a crystal flask filled with sparkly red gold liquid. It is the blood of our earth. It will comfort you in darkness and calm you in light. I will speak to you again at a future time. Go. Her tone is both authoritative and reassuring. You obey her with confidence. You enter the trapdoor. She closes it behind you. Now you are in total darkness. You grope carefully down the flight of steps. The walls feel curiously warm and soft, as if padded with silken quilts. The steps end. You are in a tiny circular chamber, less than the reach of your outstretched arms. You must stoop because the ceiling is lower than your head. It too is padded. The floor is cushioned. You reflect that the place should be unbearably stuffy, yet the air is fresh. Something hisses gently in the darkness. You find that the opening to the stairway has been closed. You cannot feel a door. The chamber walls now seem smoothly unbroken. You become aware of a faint, deep sound vibrating all around you, like the slow beat of a huge drum in the distance. You rest among the cushions. After a while, the throbbing beat lulls you to sleep. You awake with a start, realizing that a voice is speaking to you. It is a quiet, mellow, male voice speaking your name against the drum-like throbbing. You ask, "Who are you?" The male voice answers, "I am your incubus. I am the placental entity born with you. I am the twin of your soul. Have you no name for me?" "I don't know," you respond. "No matter. You will never see me unless you need me to do so. I teach in darkness." You feel a touch, like the touch of a hand, over the center of your belly. A strange tingling spread, very slowly, from your navel, throughout your abdomen and chest, washing over your legs and down your arms, to the toes and fingers, rising into your head. It is a peculiar but not unpleasant physical sensation that eventually creates a sense of reorganizing in your mind. You feel that you are acquiring the thoughts and attitudes of another person, perhaps of many other persons. Your brain takes in so much that it seems to expand beyond the confines of your skull. You see other places where you have never been, but which feel like memories. You see distant times, ancient cities, barren deserts, forests, mountains, and strange otherworldly landscapes. You feel what it would be like to live in a body not your own, even a body of radically different shape, winged or furred or four-legged. You experience fear and love and joy and hatred and sorrow that were never your own. You are recalled to yourself by the same mellow male voice saying, "I forgive you for living without me. We will meet again beyond the seventh veil." The touch on your navel is withdrawn. Suddenly you are frightened. You cry, "Please don't leave me." There is no answer but a fading snicker of laughter. The giant drum is beating more loudly and a little faster. The warm darkness presses close. You are aware of a terrible weakness, a death-like weariness, a hunger in your belly, as if no food has ever filled it. You wonder if you are about to die. Reaching out a hand as if to entreat help, you encounter the crystal flask. Hurriedly, you remove the cap, lift it to your mouth, and drink. It feels like liquid vitality, filling you with sparkly new energy. The gnawing hunger subsides a little. You cannot imagine how long you've been in this chamber. Hours, days, weeks. It seems like an enormous length of time has passed. You sleep again. More time passes. You are awakened by a sudden alarming increase in the distant drumbeat. It is louder, closer, filling your space. Something is happening before your eyes, something you can see. Light. A part of the chamber wall has vanished like gauze. You can see silvery light beyond. Within the light stands a gigantic figure of a woman, swathed in drifting white veils. Her left hand holds a crystal flask, shaped like the one you drink from, but larger. It is filled with something snowy white and diamond bright, glittering, flashing with brilliant lights. The thought comes to you: star milk. You move toward the gigantic woman. The light seems to emanate from her, softened by her veils. Her head inclines toward you in a kindly gesture. She offers you the flask of star milk. Filled with gratitude, you drink some. It is wonderfully refreshing. It is like a life essence. You feel an overwhelming love for this huge woman. You fall to your knees before her. She lifts the veil that covers her head. Slowly, graceful, she bends down to you and raises your chin so you may look at her face. You look and grasp and gasp with astonishment. It is your own face. Hail and farewell, great mother. Hail and farewell, great mother. Hail and farewell, great mother. This is the way of the goddess. And when you feel complete, when you've taken in all of you, go ahead and begin wiggling your fingers, your toes. Rock your head back and forth. Open your eyes. Come back to this place and time.